What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I welcome you to Final Fantasy Fridays, featuring Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. In the last episode, we went through a lot of introduction stuff to this game. I did say that it's not really a complicated game, and it really isn't. They just kind of throw a lot at you in the beginning that you kind of have to absorb in all at once. But once you know it, it's going to carry on through the rest of the game. So we got a little bit of an introduction about how to fight, how to use magic, how to play single-player mode, but most importantly, we got introduced to the 4 tribes, and they're going to go right back up on the screen here. The Clavets, which are your human-like guys, your Lilites, which are like your dwarves, onion knight things, the Ukes, which are your bird mage things, and the Selkies, human animal creatures with big boobs for some reason on the females. And I do want to just reiterate from the last episode, because I'm recording this back-to-back from the last one. So the first episode, according to right now when I'm recording, has not been seen by anyone, so I don't know what the response is. So, just sending out a reminder, if you want to be part of my hometown of Jersey, make sure you tell me which one of these character models you want to be, and also give me your name in 7 letters or less that you want to be. Nothing obscene, please. Try to keep it close to your YouTube name or whatever, and I'll throw your YouTube link down in the description below and all kinds of other good stuff like that. Maybe I'll change around the end card or something like that. You know, something to give you almost free advertising for being in my village and to say thank you and all that other good stuff, because you guys are my family and it would be wonderful to actually live with you all or within the same vicinity. We can make some awesome videos together. We can conquer the world together. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting a little intense. Sorry. So, there you go. And this is Crystal Chronicles. Interesting thing about Crystal Chronicles before I begin is when this was released in 2004, this was the first Nintendo-only Final Fantasy title that was released since Final Fantasy VI in 1994. So you had a whole decade that passed where Final Fantasy came out on other systems, specifically more PlayStation, actually absolutely PlayStation, before actually coming back to a Nintendo system. And I think a lot of people give this game a bad rap just because it is very heavy multiplayer, but the single-player game is good just as well. So, and we're going to go and do that today. So, as you can see, the Crystal Caravan has 3 different choices it can go. To that, like, diagonal up left, to that diagonal up right, and back towards Jersey. We're going to head this way into our first dungeon, the River Belle Path. And you can see that the tree itself, that's the Myrrh tree. If it's lit up like that, like showing full color, that means you can get a drop of Myrrh from it. And then to the right of that are the 2 elements that we can change the chalice to, water or wind. We can't do anything yet because we haven't beaten it, so why don't we go ahead and do that. Enter River Belle Path, our first dungeon. Prepare for voice acting.
They say that wicked creatures prowl the road along this beautiful riverbank, but nobody's ever seen one. I once asked a man why. He simply replied, because anybody who happens upon one is promptly eaten. But it is long since anyone has met such a fate. For nowadays, people take another route, far away from the spooky old road. Only we walk the old way now, travelers in crystal caravans.
Yeah, I remember last episode I did say that this game should have been called Final Fantasy Crystal Caravans instead of Crystal Chronicles, but I guess Chronicles just sounds better. Well, whatever. Anywho, that was our introduction to, I keep calling it a dungeon, because it kind of is, but at the same time it's just an area. The River Belle Path, and that fantasy-style writing. And this is where we're going to be able to start earning gills, start earning items, and start doing stuff like that. So, it tells you if you want to prepare your command list. In the beginning of the game, you have, well, technically 2 slots. The top 2 slots, attack and defend, will never change. As you go through the game, you will earn more slots in order to be able to do more stuff, but for right now, I usually recommend keeping these things free. You could, however, go into your inventory and connect anything else to it. So I can put this, like a striped apple on it, or I can put a cherry cluster. Food is very important in this game because, as you can see down there, it says temporarily increases your magic. And then I think that's it. So food will do different things to your character as you eat it, but you can only have one stat increase ability at a time. Some food will increase strength, some food will increase defense, some will increase magic, other will just heal your HP like spring water. So if I were to just eat an apple for say, so I'm at 13 magic. Oh no, I didn't eat, I'm just putting it there. Well, whatever, I can eat it otherwise. Go into my items, and then I can eat. Oh, I can't use it because I'm at full health. Whatever, once I start taking damage, you'll see what I'm talking about. Otherwise, we have a bunch of other things that we can do as well. Besides setting up our command list and checking out whatever items we have, we can equip various armors, weapons, and accessories to our character. We don't have any accessories, but we have the copper sword, Java clothes, and a makeshift shield. So this is what influences the remainder of our stat changes, and we don't have an accessory yet. Artifacts are special things that are dropped by creatures in the game, and at the end of every dungeon, you're allowed to keep one. And that one will be a permanent stat increase, whereas the rest of them you lose. And as I come across them, I'll show you. Treasures are basically the artifacts that we find in the game that will grant us their abilities for this dungeon only. More things I'm going to explain when I come across it. Money, how much gil we have. The orange number below that is how much you can drop. I don't know why you would ever want to drop gil, but it's something that you do. Favorites. This will actually determine how much health you will recover by eating certain foods. So anything in red will increase magic. Of course, our guy likes that. Anything in blue is defense, and anything in purple, I want to say, is strength. So eating the strength up food will increase our strength, but our characters don't really like them very much, so they won't heal as much as, say, the fish will not heal you nearly as well as a striped apple, for example. Family, this shows us a relationship with how we are with our father, mother, and our two sisters. This will change as the game goes on, and if they become happy, good things will be given to us and all that other stuff. And letters, which we'll explain at the end of the dungeon. Okay, good. Done. Ready. Let's get out of here. Ready to go. Starting carrying this? I don't want to carry it. Throw it down. You pick it up, Mog. You are my child slave. Actually, you know what? Change mine. Come here. So yeah, you can see around me I have this circle and everything. If you step out of the circle, you walk into the miasma, and you start taking damage slowly but surely while you're out there. So you do not really want to leave this circle at all. I think that the premise behind this is so when we played multiplayer, that your characters didn't get too far ahead of you. Like, you could actually stay together as a group, rather than one person just burning to the end of the dungeon calling it a day. Okay, Mog, you carry that now. This is half of a drawbridge. It's just more or less just a shortcut. A little bit later, I did it now just so I can have it, but I'll be able to push down the rest of it, once we actually get to the other side of the bridge. First enemy! This game doesn't actually have an experience system per se. It goes along with those artifacts that I talked about. Once you actually pick up an artifact, it will increase a certain stat. And as you go through the game, the artifacts you find in each dungeon will, stack up together for up to 4 of them that you can hold. And then at the end of the dungeon, you're allowed to keep one of the artifacts, thus increasing that stat permanently. You can only have one of each type of artifact, so you have to pick and choose wisely about what it is that you want to keep and what it is that you want to get rid of. And actually, I'm going to go back over this way. We got a few interesting things first off. In my command list, first things first, we got a Phoenix down. This will revive a fallen party member, automatically revives when carried. If you're playing single player, highly recommend you just holding on to a Phoenix down the entire time, because if you should so happen to die, it will activate and you'll be able to come back to life. I'm actually going to move it right there, since I don't accidentally. It's not like I can use it, but whatever. And then we also got our first Magicite, which is fire. Each one of the elements actually has specific properties to it. Besides fire, being fire, it has the ability to burn an enemy, thus lowering their defense. And I'm actually going to burn this guy right now and see what I can do if he doesn't interrupt my spellcasting. Come on. Nope, he just died outright. That's fine by me. Ooh, what else did he drop? He dropped a Cure Stone. Do I want to keep fire on, or do I want to put Cure on? Because, it's Cure. Why wouldn't you want Cure? These pots over here are also very important, because if you pick up one of these pots and then throw it, it shoots out liquids. These liquids, this like bluish color liquid right here, if you cast a blizzard on it, will freeze any enemy that's standing on it. There's also a yellowish color liquid that when an enemy's standing on it and you cast fire will burn them. So it's kind of like a lamp oil of sorts. I want to go this way. I know that there's an item here. Very good. Give me that. Get another cure stone. So I got 2 cure stones. No, I can't do anything with that. Never mind. There are things in this game called spell fusions, where you can combine together 2 spells in order to make a stronger spell. And I explained that in the last episode and kind of showed a little bit of it. You would think that you'd be able to combine 2 cure spells to make a cura or a curaga, but honestly that only works in multiplayer, and that only works when another enemy is casting, or another ally is casting the same spell you are. Alright, get him. Come on, Mog, let's go. Oh, see, here we go. Spell fusion! What do you cast? Oh, he casted Blizzard as well? Oh, that's interesting. Alright, Striped Apple, pick that up, please. And let's move on up this way. I believe I'll also start regaining health little by little inside of... Oh, no, that's blocked. Inside of this little, circular sphere as well. Yeah, like, look at my health. It's already starting to go up a little bit, so long as I stay inside. So, you don't necessarily need Cure in order to be able to survive, but it helps, that's for sure, especially once you start getting more slots. I think this is the yellow liquid, right? Yes, this is the yellow liquid. Okay, so let's get some guys over here. Come on. Come on over here, jerk. Come on. A little further. No. Oh, you jerk. Come on. There you go. That's fine. Burn! Ah! Look at that. Giant explosion of death. This should be life. Ah, that's right. This is the life stone. So, life is great for multiplayer, because if any of your allies die on the field, you can cast life in order to bring them back. But in single player, it really doesn't do too much, mainly because it's, oh boy. Run away. Oh crap. Let's try, this should be okay. Oh, and he killed me! Ow! Alright, see, so there's an example of the Phoenix Down taking action. I really gotta concentrate a little bit more about what it is that I'm doing. Oh, get away! Oh, and this is one of those relics! Sweet, so we got a double axe. That should actually increase my strength by 1 for the duration of this particular dungeon. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to put on Cure, because to me that's a little bit more important. There you go. That's what the Phoenix Down does. If I did not have the Phoenix Down on, it would just kill me and send me back to the beginning of the level, and you kind of have to do everything all over again. Oh, right. Nice. Okay, so we got a bronze belt design. I like it. So that's really cool. We can go to a craftsman in order to be able to design and build that bronze belt. That doesn't mean that our character will be able to equip such bronze belt. Certain things that you get are only available for certain tribes. Yeah! So you gotta be able to check that out whenever you go to make items. And I'll show all that off a little bit later. The other end of the bridge. So I'm gonna take this. You rest for right now, little moggy guy. Yeah. I hope that worked. Did that work? Yes? Alright, it did. Sweet. This, again, is just a little shortcut. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything. I just felt like opening it up for later use. I'm pretty sure that once you open it once... Okay, good. You can carry it again. Once you open it once, it stays open. So, he just told me right there that he can carry the challenge. So that means he is all rested up, ready to go, and we can move on up here. Whoa, where this goblin guy is. Charge attack, which I missed. Thanks. Come on. Get him. There we are. I'm just rapidly hitting the button. I really need to have a little bit more finesse with my swings in order to be able to do the combos. Because I'm pretty sure if you 3-hit combo them, then the last hit is stronger. Come on. 1. Ooh, run away. 2, 3. Oh, whatever. Because I'm 3 died anyway. Kill. And chest. Sweet. Alright, so here we go. We got another one. This is a buckler. So, you can go into your treasures, and it shows you what you have. You have a buckler, and you have a double axe, and you can only hold 4 at any given time. Usually the level won't give you any more than 4. I don't think there's any way for you to swap out from them. and they will increase various stats as you go along. I'm pretty sure the buckler increases my defense by 1. And those will get better as the years go on. So right now everything is just increasing by 1. Later on, you'll be able to get things that increase by like 3, 2, 5. I know that's a really weird number sequence that I said, but you get what I'm talking about. This right here is a wind chalice changer. So I can drop it down, pick up my chalice, throw it on, and now my element is wind. It really doesn't matter right now what element it has to be. Once we're done with this particular dungeon, then we have to figure out what element we need in order to cross the miasma stream. Let's go this way. And now we can officially move forward through this gate that I opened up a while back. Get away from me, you stupid little raccoony thing. Die! Swish! And we grab ourselves, come here, a thunderstone. Nice. We'll pick this up. We'll throw it. And we'll see if anything's in there. Anything? Yeah, we got 2 guys here. Switch. Oh, whoa. Whatever. Burn both of you. That's the wonderful thing about being able to shoot off fire and magic and whatnot. You can be able to hit multiple guys at once. I'm actually going to go ahead and go into my items. And I'm going to look. What do I have? Vegetable seed. So this will be for the farmers. So this way they can grow various vegetables. So they can give them to you and you can bring on your journey. But what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to eat this striped apple. And my magic went up by 1. I don't know if you saw that, but it was it 1 or 2? I think it was 2 actually that it went up by. So now my magic stat is a little bit stronger. And again, you can only have one of those like stat changing effects happen at any given time. So if I ate something that increased my strength, then my magic would go back down. I think. Whoa. Oh, whatever. Focus attack. There we are. Nice. I gotta get much better at trying to hit those. Open. Grab myself a design for a novice weapon. So it said a novice weapon. That is going to be good for all races. No matter which one I am, as soon as I go to a blacksmith, which happens to be my family trade, he'll be able to make me a better weapon. And depending on what tribe I'm from, will determine the weapon, and then it'll also change my focus attack as well. So right now I have this like flying leap focus attack thing. Ooh, a chunk of bronze. Nice. Later on, I'll have like piercing ones or area of attack ones or all kinds of cool stuff. What's this? Bronze salad? Is that what that was? I don't know who uses that. Those are things that I'll figure out once I get back to my hometown. So down, and over. There are other villages in this game besides your hometown, and they do have another lifestyle. Sweet. They do have various other places where you can go buy stuff. So they will have item shops and blacksmiths and tailors, but their prices are ludicrously high, and some of them won't be able to craft the best weapons in the game. So that's why I like having at least one of everybody in my village, which is generally a rule that I would recommend for anybody that's playing this game. And then, you can kind of build up your characters that way and get some good stuff. Gil is very hard to come by early on in this game. It drops a lot easier later, but as you can see, I'm picking up like 30, 25 Gil. Things cost like 200, 300, 400 Gil later on. Holy crap, a lot of guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to do... I actually would like to... Let's combine a spell. Let's do... I think life? No. Okay. So, if you use life, and then any one of the 3 elemental spells, you'll be able to get slow. And all that does is it slows an enemy's movement and spellcasting. Obviously, that's it. Doesn't do any damage. But what I want to do is I want to put life here, and then I want to put any one of the 3 elemental spells above it, because then you make holy. Life has to come second in order for you to make holy. It's really weird, because, again, depending on the order and everything, you get certain spells, but holy is actually... I personally think it's one of the strongest spells in the game. Oh, crap, get away. Get. And there really isn't even that many spells, but for this, early in the game, being able to cast something like that is awesome. Should have a nice cast. There we go. 2 holies, gone, and then you give me the Mage Master. Okay, so that should actually even increase my, my magic went up by 1 point there. Very nice. A holy will do even more damage. Oh man, it's awesome. Holy Mage Master Batman. Let's go. Here, you can drop that. Give me that. I'll carry it for a little bit. If you were playing multiplayer, you would not have Mughal. It would just be you and your friend, and one of you would be the designated pot holder, which can be really annoying because it's like you want to get out there and you want to fight and you want to like do something and feel useful, but if you're sitting there holding the pot, it's kind of a little annoying. Hiya! Nice shot. Thank you, Mughal. Let's go again. Oh, I need that. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. This is a Mughal pocket. There are 3 different types of pockets in the game, and these pockets actually increase your command slots. And now I have an additional one below it. You know what? Do I want to do what I want to do? You know what? Yes, let's do it. Let's split these. Let's take Thunder. Let's make it a cure spell. And let's take Life, and we'll put Blizzard here, thus forming Blizzara. See? So 2 Blizzard spells makes Blizzara. And then if Mughal casts a Blizzard spell as well, it would add to my Blizzara, and it would just become a stronger spell. So besides having your standard Blizzard, Blizzara, Blizzaga, type of spell evolution, if you're playing with other... Oh, I went this way. If you're playing with other friends or just with Mughal, he'll be able to even further increase the strength of your spells. I know it sounds confusing, but honestly, again, once you get the hang of it in the first, few levels, it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. Go to the next dungeon, fight through the monsters, beat a boss, collect your Myrrh, do the mail, do it again. And by do the mail, you'll see what I mean once I actually get there. Do I want water? Nah, I don't really care about water. What I do want to do is I want to head over this way really quickly. And what we have here is a Mughal house. I think I just talked to these guys. Caravaner, no Myrtrine, is there anything here? Yeah, they can't offer, they just moved here, so we'll get these later. There are Mughal nests throughout the course of the game, and depending on how much time I have left after I beat the boss, I may go ahead and go over to and show you exactly what they are. It's like a little side quest that you can do. It only really wields a minigame that you can play on the Game Boy Advance off of this, so I may get all the Mughal stamps. I don't know. I don't really have anything mapped out for it or whatever. But just know that any of the things that I get, any of the prizes I get for it, I won't even be able to show off. So, come Mughal, let us go through here. This is actually our very first boss. Isn't this exciting? Ah! That's a pretty waterfall, actually. You put the chows down, dude. Take a breather off. You're looking a little pudgy there. I could just be your fur, though. Oh boy. What's this? Oh! Oh, look at that! Wow, that's a big crab. Holy crap. That's awesome. Fight time! So here we go against our first boss, who I actually do not remember the name of. I am going to put it up on the screen. I'm just going to be fighting the big giant crab. You just kind of want to fight him. There's really nothing more to do here other than to just kind of fight. Oh crap, get away, get away, get away, get away. Charge! Blizzard! Yeah, Blizzara. He will summon these stupid little rat things every so often, so take them down. Ow! No, he paralyzed me. Oh wow, he did not get close enough to me to do any type of damage. I like it. No, get back here! Oh, you jerk. Shoot out a little bubble beam. Give him a few seconds, he's going to do an attack. Ow! And then we can strike back. There we are, nice. After so much time in this fight, he will actually lose parts of his body, and then he'll actually reduce his attacks. Because right now he has this bubble attack, and then he has the little claw swing or the big claw slam. Go, 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 go. Oh, he's just outside of it. I mean, it's a pretty big area of effect for the Blizzara spell. So there we go. Ow! I am currently slowed, as you can see over my head. His little blizzard thing does that to me. There is one more. We've pretty much seen all the Magicite in the game. There's one for each element, fire, thunder, and blizzard. There's life, there's cure, and then there's one more that we haven't seen yet, which is called clear. We'll get that in the next dungeon. And basically that's your as soon as style spell. Whoa, get the hell away from me. And you can combine that with life in order to make a few other good spells, but generally speaking, you would use that in order to heal yourself from various status elements, like slow or freeze or burn or things along that way. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember I started talking about what the other elements did. Ice or blizzard or whatever it is will give a frozen status to an enemy. Obviously enough because it is, ice. And basically what happens when an enemy is frozen, they are immobilized temporarily and they take double damage. You know what? I killed one of his claws. Sweet. If you use the thunder technique, you will paralyze an enemy. Again, immobilizing them for a certain amount of time, but it's a lot longer than freeze. And I think that is about it. Oh my god! There are other status elements that your hero, whoever it is you choose, can be affected with, like slow or poison or things along that ways. There is even positive effects in this game. I can make a haste spell. It just takes a lot of spells in order to combine together in order to make, and quite frankly, all it really does is, it speeds up your character. Imagine giving haste to what is it, the Sylvites or whatever, not the Sylvites, the Selkies, sorry. To the Selkies, and they're just like ridiculously fast at that point. Come on! Oh, he's gonna do a jump attack. No! None for you! Come on. Come on, 2, 3. Ah, he jumped away from my uppercut, damn it. Yeah! Oh, nope. Damn, come on. So this boss is pretty much just here to kind of give you a rundown about generally how to deal with things throughout the course of the game. There we go. His big claw is gone, so now he's going to switch tactics. He's actually going to start... there we are. Throwing spells at me now. He has a thunder spell on him in order to be able to try to paralyze me and do any damage to it. But I think this makes it even easier because he has to have time in order to charge the spell, which gives me time to charge my spell and ultimately kill him. Oh my god, I think I'm just going to cut him up and eat him like I have so many of his pieces. Yeah! Eat that, Mr. Krabs! Crunch! And there we have it. We have beaten our first little dungeony area, and we have made our way to the Myrrh tree. You know what? This game is beautiful. This is a really, really pretty game. Yes, some of the characters are a little weird looking, but I think I got used to that from playing, the Final Fantasy, I want to say, 6 remake for the Game Boy 3DS. Is it 6 or 5? The one with Cecil and them. I forget which number that is, but, they kind of give you this... type of character look. Very Bravely Default type. The rest of the game just looks beautiful, though. I think it looks really good, especially for a GameCube game. Really. It's so nice. And that one drop of Myrrh, again, filled our chalice quite a bit. It was a pretty big drop. However, that is the only drop that we are going to get from this tree for this year, so we are going to need to move on otherwise. Now that we have finished up this particular area, we can do a few other things. First and foremost, we get a new diary entry, whatever. And at the end of every dungeon, we get Male Mughal. Oh my god, look at him, so adorable. It's cute. So we get letters from our family, and determining how we respond to them and what we give back to them determines their happiness level and things along that way. So this, I believe, is from our father. How is everything? You may be facing hardships that drag your spirit down, but always remember that the caravan gives hope to us all. May you return safely to me, Yes. Thank you very much. Always send either an item or gil. At this early in the stage, I would definitely send an item, because you don't have much gil to send. Otherwise that, they like the same things we like. I don't really want to give away any of my other stuff. Take this striped apple. I think you'll be very happy with it. There you go. And then that'll go to him. Very good. Our little Mughal friend will take that away and return that home. Sweet. Also, at the end of each dungeon, we get ourselves a little ranking system. Now, It's stupid because if you're playing this without a Game Boy Advance... Oh, that is awesome. Oh my god, this man should be really good in my favor. If you're playing this without a Game Boy Advance, you will have no idea what the level stipulation is. See how it says inflict damage? As soon as I walked into the dungeon, it started grading me based off of how much damage I inflicted throughout the course of the dungeon. And this will change. There'll be things like use magic spells, get hit by magic spells, don't pick up stuff, pick up more gil, all kinds of things like that. And the only way you would know what the criteria is if you had your Game Boy Advance connected to your GameCube using the little wire thingy. And that's kind of like a big basis for this game, to have those two pieces of equipment connected together in order to be able to see a map and know stuff like this and things along that ways. But I feel like I got very lucky with inflict damage in this one particular case. Depending on how many points you get will determine if you're able to pick up certain rare artifacts. Now, any one of these you choose will permanently increase your stat, permanently increase your command slot, or give you materials. Once you leave a dungeon, you can go back into it and try to collect statues that you don't have. You can only have one statue of any given type. So see how this is a double axe? And this is a double axe. If I already had a double axe in my inventory, both of these would be grayed out. I would not be able to pick them up. Because I did so well, normally I would say go for your pocket, but because I did so well, oh my god, I'm going to be able to collect materials like iron later, so this will actually increase my magic by 3. I'm going to take this for right now. I know I should have grabbed the Mughal pocket, but what I'm going to do in between episodes is I'm going to go back through this stage, I don't know, 2 or 3 more times in order to collect more statues, in order to make sure my guy is pretty strong before heading on to the next section. So, there you have it, everyone. That is the River Belle path. And if you choose to go back into it, you can enter the River Belle path, go straight through it to the boss, beat it, and then just collect your statue. Or you can just do an auto change for your chalice. So I can just go wind, which I think I'm wind already. Yeah, I am. Or if I go water, there you go, poof, it popped over to the side and now it's water. That makes things so much easier for getting around the miasmas, because depending on what element the miasma is, you can just go to the dungeon, change it, and leave without actually going into it and wasting time. So, there you go, everyone. That was our first dungeon. In the next episode, that's when I'm going to go into the Mughal house and show you that little side quest. We're going to walk through a miasma thing and make our way to the second dungeon and the second Myrrh tree. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, Metal Blade 427, though I am Metal Blah in this. Again, tell me who you want to be in my village. I have 7 slots open as of when I made this video. I don't know what the response from the last video is. I hope that it was good. Maybe I still have some more spots left. Just keep an eye on the description. I feel like I'll be changing that as things go on and as people start coming into the village. But I look forward to seeing some of you in Jersey, as in the town that I made here. And otherwise that, I hope you enjoy our journey through the world of Crystal Chronicles. You guys have a good one, and I will catch you all later.